Hello, good people. Welcome to our show. Bad people, welcome to our show. Anyone who wanna learn more about creativity, welcome to because today we are going to discuss how you can create ads that will get attention, that win customers. And I'm so excited to discuss this topic with Robert Katai. How are you?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm good. I just closed the YouTube the our YouTube because I was
Uh-huh.
checking when is the right time. So it was between my multiple tabs as a digital marketer. We have multiple tabs, multiple windows, and you know the one that you don't know. You have like 30, 40, 5, 50 tabs open, and there's a song, and you don't know which one. I'm sorry, just one sec.
No worries about that. I usually live stream on YouTube, on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, on all social media where I can live stream. So basically, I need
Yeah.
to cover Twitch in one day. So I didn't work with this audience, but now it works well. In most cases, people use Twitch for gaming, to show how they
Mhm.
play games. But I found, for example, Gary Vee and many other great experts can use Twitch by sharing
Mhm.
knowledge in marketing as well. Uh, Robert, before we start, just tell more about yourself, experience, background, about your business, and anything that can help our listeners to learn more about you.
Yeah, so my name is Robert Katai. I'm from Romania, from Cluj-Napoca, and I'm working at Creatopi. Creatopi, it was former known as Banner Snack, and it's an ad design production platform where we can also create the ads and also distribute the ads. But we will talk later about it. I also have two toddlers. I'm married. This year I will have 11 years since I'm married. So uh, that's the struggle between being a marketer, being a dad, and also being a content creator. Because I also have this DNA as a content creator. Back in the day, I was blogging, and now I also have different channels, bilingual, if I can say that. So my Romanian and my Facebook and my Instagram, they are in Romanian, written Romanian, and videos. I also have a bi-weekly podcast only in Romanian, and my Twitter and my LinkedIn, they are in English. So I somehow divided them so I can also serve the Romanian audience, but I can also serve the international audience. So yeah,
No,
this is something that a little bit about me. I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm a marketer. I love what I'm doing, and whatever I do with a lot of passion. And I'm so excited to be here with you.
nice. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I think if you do something without passion, leave it. Find something else where you have this passion because I often see when people do something because of money. And I was on this trap. I remember when I started one business. Yeah, that was project because of chasing money. I didn't
Mm,
care about sharing value. I didn't care about this project. I just felt that I can earn good money. So I started and wasted resources for 3 years. 3 years, I
mm,
hired a lot of people. I spent money to create content, but the main problem was I didn't like this industry. I didn't know anything about this industry. I just felt that it's a good idea to get it. Yeah, and after 3 years, I gave up. I quit this project because I hate it. Monday, I love Friday. Right now, I
mm.
got it. If you have this feeling, guys, leave it. Forget about that. You have one life. It's better to have this passion, to love what you do, to enjoy the process. With content creators often give up because they don't enjoy the process, because they do something for the sake of having it, because competitors do it. So yeah, that's why it's better to create less but quality and cover your loving formats. If you love
Mm.
writing, write. Don't care about video. If you love filming videos, forget about writing. Just become the best in one specific industry. And Robert, I want to start from the basic question about AI. You mentioned before the podcast that we have AI, and many content creators complain that AI is not creative. Of course, it's not creative. It's the best rewriting tool. rewriting, not writing. So can you tell how to stay creative by using AI?
Oh wow. Well, you just threw me in this hard question. It's very interesting. So last week I was in a conference here in my hometown about AI in business, AI in marketing, and everything. So, and this was very interesting because a lot of people they talk. So I believe they are now it's like a Venn. You have the ignorable people that are very ignored about AI and they don't care about it. And there are also the big evangelist people that they talk a lot about AI. And there are the between people just like us that maybe we use AI in our day-to-day job, a Midjourney, a ChatGPT, just to test it and see how it's working. So, and I believe that right now AI it's at just the beginning, and we need to educate our opinion about AI. So and when I say that, it's about experimenting and testing the product and see how it can work for you. So I have friends and colleagues that are using AI. For example, let's say we are not native English persons, and we are struggling sometimes to write maybe in English, and sometimes we need that let's say that partner where we can just fix spelling and grammar, so we can write it, and after that we can just go to ChatGPT. Hey, fix spelling and grammar, and you can also have Grammarly, so you can speak better, you can write better in English. The other way, I believe I also had an interview with Chris Do from the future, and he talked about how AI can help you. And this was very interesting because Chris discussed about AI from a creative partner standpoint point of view. So you have a creative partner as a brainstorm partner, and you can help. It can help you maybe look at an idea from a different point of view, from a different angle. So I believe here AI can help you looking at the idea, at the solution from a different angle that maybe you can't see it because you're in a very contextual perspective. So I believe that AI right now it's at the beginning of the entire journey of AI, and I know that Steve Bartlett he had a very great interview with Mogadat about AI and how to use AI and why to use AI and what are the struggles and everything. So from the creative perspective, we there are the two kind of people, the ignorant and the evangelist. But I believe that there are also the people that need to test it out. So AI can help. It can help you make your job better, or AI can help you maybe fix some stuff where you need, or maybe just look at a different angle. And I tested ChatGPT, I tested Midjourney, and right now we are just at the generative content concept. And I don't know what will be next. I'm not an AI promoter or an AI specialist, but from my point of view as a marketer, as an experimentalist, if I can say that, for now it's helping me a lot. And I don't know what will be next, so why not just jump on that in that bandwagon, try it out, and see how it's working or not. Like it was a few months ago about NFT, how it was a few months ago about Web3. Everybody tried it out. They were the evangelists, they were the pessimist persons, and now they are saying like, okay, Web3 it's gone and nobody cares about it. So why not? This is very interesting because you see, Anatoly, it's very interesting because we are living in a world that is moving so fast. So I believe that we as marketers need to try it out and see how this will work for me. How can I use it to make my job better? And just trying to put some questions over there, like just see, can I rewrite this headline from this YouTube? Okay, let's
Mhm.
see, 5 iterations. Okay, can I rewrite this text? Maybe rewrite the ad copy and just, hey, okay, let's do a b test, and maybe the AI copy is working or not. So, and I know there are a lot of prompts and everything. So let's test it out and see how it will work. Maybe it will work, maybe it will help you, maybe not. So I don't have the right answer right now, but I'm just encouraging people to test it out and see how it will work.
Yeah, you unhided my secrets, about using AI, because I usually edit my text on AI. I,
Mm.
I write bad copy, so bad copy because I'm not good writer, but I can ask ChatGPT to make it more friendly, more readable, and for example, yesterday I wrote a new article. Yeah, I think like I wrote like 1,000 words. It's not about the quantity, it's more about quality, and I shared all uh, my tips on this article and asked ChatGPT, please edit. And ChatGPT cut 50% of my content, but the main point, the main idea was there. I didn't lose anything, from my article, and that's good. If ChatGPT can help to increase quality of your copy, do it, use it. I usually don't use ChatGPT to create new content. I use for editing. I feed with the right data. And let me share a short story with you about Lloyd Richards. He published a book 11 years ago, and he spent 14 years to write a single book. 14
Mm.
years, yeah. It's, for me, it's hard to imagine. It's like more than a decade to write a single book. Then he published, used some sales, marketing channels, but nothing could help to sell this book. Then his daughter posted content on TikTok from account with 0 followers. This video became viral, and today this book is a bestseller on Amazon. So
Mm.
one simple video beats a lot of marketing and sales channels. I watched this video because I'm curious how to get 50 million views, and that was interesting. This video was creative. It's
Mhm.
not like nice looking design, but that was creative. This video provokes curiosity. What kind of book is this? If the author spans like 14 years. So can you tell how to create such creative content? I mean, like, how to find these ideas? Because what I usually see when marketers just replicate, rephrase, use existing ideas, but when you create something new, you can overcome a lot of marketers, a lot of channels, because of creativity. People need something new. Any tips about that?
Yeah. So I was listening a podcast between Ali Abdal and Sahil Bloom, and Sahil said something very interesting about living an experience. So and yeah, he talked about from the angle on how to have a lot of live experience, so you can share with your kids, or you can share with your grandkids. So I believe here is something that we as marketers are somehow living on the table. We need to have more experience by talking with people, more experience by getting on different channels, more experience by, I don't know, traveling by train and just start a discussion with some people. Or maybe you're working for, I don't know, for a bakery, and just go and stay there in the bakery and discuss with people, like why they like this bread, why they choose that bread, and just create these experiences. So now with these experiences, you go home and you start like connecting the ideas, and from that, with that ideas, you can then just uh, put it in a way so people can connect with that ideas. And sometimes it can be a blog post, sometimes it can be a video, sometimes it can be an audio podcast or whatever. Now with that book, what's very interesting, I don't know about the book, I didn't read it, but there is a struggle, let's say a creative point, like a spiky point of view, as Vescal from Maven is talking about. There were like 14, you said 14 years writing it.
Yeah,
So 14 years writing a book, that that's a lot of content. Like, I believe that a lot of people were curious about, even if in that specific niche. Like, I spent 14 years to write this book, and
yeah,
there's that hook that you get. So if he spent only and then you go in extremes. Like I write a book in 1 hour. Like I write a book in 67,000 words book in 1 hour. That's an extreme. Maybe it's impossible, maybe not. I don't know. And then you have the book in 14 years. Like with these two extremes, they are the hooks that people can get that curiosity from them and say, hey, what's with all about this book? So I believe that we need to leave these kind of experiments and this kind of experience, so then we can just reshape it in different formats of content, and we can publish it, and we can talk about it. So that's why the greatest books ever, they are about a person's experience. Like I want to know what was in his mind when he went to Antarctica only in shorts, for an example. Or
Robert, you mentioned many times about experiment, about testing. I think in
yeah.
digital marketing without experiment, I don't know how to get results, because it's interesting. I always start from generic strategies, best practices, and I fail all the time. I fail. I started PR campaigns. I failed with all my press releases, with all pitching, but I learned how to do it better. I learned how to create something that people wanna share. For example, we got mentions on CNN with one press release. Yeah, we got mentions on Forbes
Mhm.
because of creativity. But it took for a while to
Yeah.
experiment, to test, to fail. So, and I usually track how many times you can tell some words, but I lost my track when you mentioned about experiment. So, can you tell about experimenting, how to become patient during the way? For example, when you test, experiment, it doesn't work. So, how long does it take, and how to stay patient in that way?
Yeah, so I believe that. So I had a discussion with a brand audit person, and she was also a CMO for a big career company, and she said something like, you have your marketing, what's working, what's not. So okay, let's do the what's working, use that, double that on down, but in the same time get like 10%, 15%, 20% of your resources, of your time, of your money, to experiment with new things. Like for an example, everybody is now doing newsletters, and maybe it will work for you or maybe not. Like you don't know if you're not trying it. So why not just, okay, let's do like a 6 months newsletter, and just put a KPI. Like what's the objective of that newsletter? Well, I want to get like 10,000 subscribers in 6 months without ads. Is that possible? Maybe or maybe not. Like, but if that will be possible, that is a great story to tell, and say that, hey, I created a newsletter for my company, and in 6 months, I got 10,000 subscribers with no ads. Now, here is your presentation for maybe AdWorld, or maybe for a new episode of a new discussion on a webinar. And now you have all these leads that can come into your marketing channel because you tested something out. Like Ryan Holiday, he's discussing about doing the things that nobody is willing to do. And I believe that here is the difference between the experimentalist marketer, that, hey, I want to test something out. I want to see that if it's working or not. Please let, and if your VP of marketing, if your CMO, if your head of team, his or she's agree with you to test it out, then do it and see if it's working. If it's not working, then stop it. It's not a problem. So that's why I believe that these kind of experiments can help us open, let's say, the road, and see if it's working or not. Like for an example, we are having our podcast, our Drag and Drop Rocket podcast at Creativity, and we are at our third season. Yeah, or third or fourth season. I'm a little bit misleading here. So, and now I'm doing this kind of 15 minutes discussion on our YouTube channel with people that are creating content on Twitter and LinkedIn, and I'm asking them, hey, do you want to get like a bigger context and talk about that tweet? And they were like, yeah, why not? So we are doing this 15 minutes discussion on podcast, and I'm giving them a platform where they can get a bigger context about their social media. So my objective is connect with them, and hey, I'm here, you're there, let's connect together. And I get that I got that let's say objectives on for the podcast. So when you start that experiment, and this is something that I learned from my SEO, my former SEO colleague. He said that when you do an experiment, like get a timeline, like hey, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, it doesn't matter. Put that timeline. Okay, how much of your time will you invest in that experiment? Will you invest 1 day per week, half a day per week? I don't know, 16 hours. It doesn't matter. Okay, now we have the timeline. We have the let's say the resources, and then let's put some objectives, like what are the objective for this experiment. So these objectives for this experiment is like leads, viewers, subscribers, whatever. Track it. Is it trackable? And after that, after like our the first, let's say, trimester, look at it and see, hey, how is working, how is not, what can we do better. So that's why I believe that experiments in marketing, they are very important.
Yeah, yeah. And I see very creative comment from Mikhail Selishev. Good orange cat. I don't know what does it mean, but it's creative. And I wanna ask about one aspect that I see content creators often confuse when they wanna be creative, but they confuse frequency, consistency, and many other things, because to become creative you need to spend time to research. You mentioned that you need to go outside to speak with customers in some places. You need to understand their pain points, but many marketers tell you need to be consistent, you need to post content, and I see the main confusion between frequency and consistency, because frequency, that means, for example, if you decided to post every single day or a few times a day, yeah, it's frequency. If you decided to do it one time a week, it's frequency, because it's your frequency. And can you tell, how, for example, your process, how to provide deep research to create great piece of creative content and go to another piece?
Yeah, I believe, and it's my personal point of view, I believe that we as marketers, we don't have a job, it's a lifestyle. So
Mhm.
marketing is not a job. Marketing is a lifestyle. Like everything we are doing, everything we are, whatever we are going, whatever we are connecting with, it's about the marketing. Like, so a few days I was at the movie and I was watching Transformers, the last one, and there was a lot of marketing there. But I was very interesting about how they are positioning that new movie right now with the new characters. And after that, I was at another day and I saw Fast and Furious 10. And that was very interesting because I saw these kind of movies and see that, okay, what's the difference, how they position, what's the storytelling, what are the product placements and everything. Now to think about that, you are living in a world where everything around you is marketing. Like uh, even here we are doing this discussion, StreamYard, whatever they do, like they use marketing to connect with you, and now you use their product and you pay them, and they are giving you a product that can solve your problem. Now, with that in mind, that everything around us is marketing right now, it means that everything around us is a problem and it's also a solution. Like, because I'm thirsty, I'm drinking water and I'm putting water in this bottle. But this bottle is having the shape and the usability, let's say, from this point of view, and I can use that from a different from my solution. And now, as a marketer, I can see that, okay, when I'm drinking water from this bottle, like I'm drinking while I'm doing a podcast, and I can open the bottle, and I can close the button and everything. And these are the kind of simplest ideas to get information for your content creation. And now, is this a little bit of, let's say, holistic point of view? But we are having this phone, and in this phone we have Notion apps, we have Apple Notes and everything. Like when you have an open-minded perspective about marketing, everything around you is content. Like I discussed with my wife this morning, and we came to an idea about financial security versus financial confidence. And this was very interesting because I discussed about it's important to have a financial security, but you have that financial security when you're financially confident. And how are you financially confident? When you let's say learn some new skills, like even if our market will crash, I can know how to do other stuff so I can provide for my family. So now this is the kind of discussion I'm having with her. I know her opinion. I have my opinion. I write this opinion down, and maybe for next week, I write a LinkedIn post or I design a draw about the difference between financial security and financial confidence. And people maybe will comment at it, and in those comments will be an idea that I can get and create a new kind of content. So everything around us and everything around our experiments, everything around us uh, as experience, as discussion, and what I'm watching right now and what I'm living right now can be a piece of content. For some of them, it's like a live content, and somebody's going with them and recording on camera and doing this life of a day of a CEO, life of a day of a marketer, and everything. But at the same time, there are the piece of content. Like I heard about a speaker, and it's a great speaker. They were invited for a conference here in Romania, in Bucharest, and he missed his plane. Like he was in Barcelona or something, and he missed his plane. But he bought a ticket. He was with his camera guy. The camera guy went with him. He do the speech. He connected with the people, and now he's having like 4 hours of video recording that he can just cut it up and do everything. And here is my 1 month video about my experience in Romania and at the conference, and how I lost my plane in Barcelona and all this stuff. So how do you create the content? Is by creating content. How do you create the next content? It's by creating the present content. The difference between the one that is doing that, it's the intentionality. Like I'm intentional. Like I'm waking up early in the morning at 5 a.m. I'm reading my Bible, doing my prayer and everything. And then I'm starting creating content. But I was intentional a day before. I prepared myself to create that piece of content. So maybe I write an article, maybe I do some drawings because I like to draw. Maybe I'm editing some podcasts because I like to edit right now the short videos, and just creating the content and publish it there, and that's all. That's my consistency right now.
Nice, nice. Love it, love it. Robert, I want to ask you about how to win attention. For example, on Google Ads, Facebook Ads, paid marketers depend on CTR. So if you click-through rate is low, Google, Facebook, other platforms will charge more, for your marketing campaigns. And because customers, they are not interested to click in generic paid ads, because these paid ads can win their attention. And I want to know how to do it. Any tips how to write this title description for paid ads that gives a strong reason to open your content? Because even if you have the best content, the best product ever, nobody knows without clicking, without opening this content. So any tips about writing this short title and a longer description?
Yeah, so write it as you are reading it. So when you're writing the content, like nobody is writing as you're talking. Like nobody is talking about that this feature will help you get a better life because now you have this problem. No, you're discussing about, hey, I had this problem and I need a solution. I Google it up, I find that way. So just think about. So here's an example. Like there are a lot of proven Facebook, Instagram, Meta, Google ideas on the us versus them, the split screen, the screenshots, the Apple Notes. And I was thinking about, okay, these are the kind of the familiarity ad bias. Like they are what's the most familiar pers- let's say your audience is having, like what's the common most familiar thing that your audience is having. Like let's say that your audience, it's a creative audience, and they are connecting and they are creating a lot of content, or maybe they use ideas, like where they use that kind of ideas, they use that ideas maybe in Apple Notes or maybe in their Notion. So that means that Apple Notes or maybe in Google Evernote or whatever, they are using the Apple Notes to stock their ideas, to write down their ideas. So why not write a simple ad on, hey, I had this problem and now I have this solution. Write it in your Apple Note, screenshot it, cut it at what Meta is wanting you to have right now as a size, and from that just publish it and do a broad target audience. Why is that? Because we have this tool right now that is so updated that they can get your ad creative to your target audience by your creatives. So that's why I believe that ad creatives and the creativity in your ads are important. So for an example, another example, we are doing every second month a webinar at Creatopy, and we are testing a lot of ads, and we find out that our best place to get our users to get leads for our webinars, it's Instagram. So on Instagram, we are creating the kind of visuals that are most likely they want to see it. So that's why we are starting maybe 7 or 8 type of ads, and then our performance marketer Diana, she's dividing it from 8 ads in the next 2 weeks for 4 ads in the next 2 weeks. Maybe we have only 2 ads that are driving more leads for us. So from that point of view, what I'm recommending is start from with a lot of ad creatives, like just creating content. I had a discussion with Sarah Levinger, and she said a very interesting thing. She said that what if you have this video, like you are shooting one video for your ad, and just do the screenshots from your video, like different screenshots, and use that screenshots as an ad. Like you have the video ad, and now you have the static ad, and see which one is performing better. So, and now I'm getting back to our first conversation about AI. Like you can't you can use AI to help you as a brainstorm partner, but having these different angles and different testing out, it's the creative part that the marketer is doing it right now. So that's why I'm recommending, like, do this kind of stuff. Like people are getting more familiar with the platform. Like every brand wants to get attention from the customer, and everybody wants to get attention on Instagram, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever. And what people and what the experts are saying is that when you see something familiar, you have uh, you trust to click on that because it's familiar for you. But if you're not familiar with that video, with that idea, with that content, you won't connect with it because there's so much noise in the digital atmosphere right now that you are not connecting with something that is very noisy, but mostly you are connecting with something that is very familiar for you. And that's why in ad creative, you have to make your ads more familiar for your audience. And Joseph Hill on LinkedIn, he's having these sexy ads every week, and he's presenting the sexy ads from his for his audience from LinkedIn. And that's very interesting to see how other brands are using ads that are presenting, not just are creating to get the click. Like we marketers and Jonathan Bland. I had an interview with him. I had a webinar with him, and he discussed about the zero-click ad concept from Amanda, that he coined the zero-click content. And the zero-click ad is the type of content where you're presenting information, where you're entertaining, where you're informing, where you're just teaching people, and then they trust you. And the next one, and next one, and whenever they are ready, they will buy from you. And I believe the best CTA for a conversion, for the best CTA in a newsletter, and where they are presenting, when he is presenting his project, is having Justin Welsh. Justin Welsh with the Solopreneur. He's having it as his footer. Whenever you're ready, I can help you with one-on-one coaching, sponsoring my newsletter, or buying my courses. Whenever you are ready, and that is giving me the trust on, I can connect with you, the next one and the next one, and okay, now I'm ready to buy from you. But you see, we marketers, we want the customer to buy right now, and I believe that's not a great strategy to start and doing it.
Nice. Awesome. Love it. Robert, I want to ask about something that I often do in marketing, mistakes. As I mentioned, I fail a lot, by trying something new. Then in some time, I can adapt to find what actually will work for me. And I think that's okay. If you make mistakes, it doesn't matter in marketing, whatever. Just do mistakes. But I found that some mistakes we can avoid. For example, I learned through experience, but if you learn before doing these mistakes, you can avoid generic mistakes. Can you list mistakes that marketers still do in your experience, and your tips how to find a much better way?
Oh, okay. So let me tell you a few mistakes that I'm doing it. So I'm not aware on doing what other marketers I'm doing it. And one mistake is that I'm looking at the audience, at the market, and like for an example, how was the Twitter thread? And when everybody wrote Twitter threads, and I believe that if I will write Twitter threads, people will engage with me, people will connect with me, and this is from the marketing perspective. So I started writing Twitter ads, and nobody was clicking on it because it wasn't for them, and it was that I copied from somebody, and I thought that if I will do something that somebody is doing and is being successful with that, that means that the copy paste that I'm doing from it, it will work also for me. So I didn't copy the content and everything. I just took that the concept of the Twitter thread. And after that, I was thinking about that. Sometimes we don't understand the entire context of that marketer, of that brand. And maybe if one brand, it's let's say it's borrowing a big building, and they only write a copy on that building using Comic Sans, and after that they are just putting a website, and their website traffic just blowing away. And if we think that we will copy paste that strategy, we will have the same results. So I don't believe that. I believe that every brand, with every marketer, they are having their own context. So yes, I can understand what you are doing. I can see, like, this is your strategy, this is your shift, this is your whatever you do right there. But I can't copy paste your strategy because it won't work for me. And that was one of the most mistakes I made. Like, hey,
people who are not our own.
If everybody is doing right now, if everybody is doing right now newsletters, I should have a newsletter. If everybody is doing right now videos, I should do videos. So that's why I believe that the copy paste, this is a copy paste mistake that a lot of marketers we are doing, not because we are afraid to test, but because we think that we can get the same result. So this is maybe one mistake. The other mistake is that I want to be lazy. Maybe because I'm lazy and I want to do something just moving too fast and getting the results too fast. So that's why maybe, hey, today I will write like this week I will publish like 25 articles. So next month my website is getting a lot of tractions and a lot of websites because I was reading for someone on their blog that they publish 25 articles in a week, and I can do that, but maybe that won't work for me. So I want fast results with less input, and I believe that we can't have that also because the fast result, again, we don't see the context that the marketer is having. So this is maybe the most common mistake I'm making, and maybe other marketers are making. So that will be very interesting to see if there are other marketers from your audience that is watching right now, what kind of a mistake they saw on social media or maybe in their community or maybe around them.
Yeah, nice, guys. You can comment on this post on LinkedIn. So yeah, and you can leave comments on Apple, Spotify, Google when I'll submit this podcast episode. And Robert, I have my final question, my loving question. I always ask this question anyone who speaks on my podcast about their experience because of two reasons. The first reason, I have students in my network who are looking for a way how to learn digital marketing today because we have many things today, AI, probably something new will come with augmented reality that Apple presented a few weeks ago about this headset. I don't know.
Vision Pro, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and probably this thing can change our world. And can you tell if you started today from scratch without any experience, knowledge, skills? It's your first day in digital marketing. What will you do today to learn more about marketing?
I will start a content project, whatever content project you like to do. If you like to a podcast, a blog, a YouTube channel, an Instagram profile, whatever you do, sharpen one type of skill that you can be better at that. Follow 3 or 5 top marketers around you. Follow whatever they do, like content creator, and let's say follow 3 or 5 content creators that you really like, and just follow whatever they do. Maybe they do newsletters, maybe they do YouTube channel, maybe they do podcast. Follow them for like 3 months and write a spreadsheet, whatever they do best, and whatever where you can help them without the input from them. And after that, you are also creating your content because you are young, you have energy, you have resources, you have time, but you don't have money. So you can create the content. And after that, 3 months, you write down maybe a content creator, maybe a marketer that is creating content, and you say, hey, I know that you're creating this type of content. I can help you with no cost doing this for you for the next 3 months. And I believe this can help you get more views, customers, I don't know, bigger brand exposure and everything. And you start doing that if they're okay with that. And after that, after 3 months, you can discuss with them. Hey, are you okay with the results you got? Maybe yes, maybe no. It doesn't matter. But after that, maybe you will get a job at their company. Maybe you will get other clients where you can work, and they got a percent from your clients. And now you have a business with that content creator. And now you're sharpening your skills. And now you will get in 6 months more experience than you will get from 3 years of school on marketing school. And I believe in 6 months or 9 months, you will get more experience, more benefits on just putting the work out there and just do the things that nobody is willing to do. Like, hey, for example, I tried this strategy, like do the things that nobody wants to do. And I was looking, like it was 4 years ago, no, 3 years ago. I was watching Noah Kagan video, and he was discussing about the businesses that Google is promoting right now, and they are trending on Google Trends. So I took that video and I reshape it and I redesign it as Instagram carousels because he didn't went too hard on Instagram, and then Instagram carousels get a lot of traction. So I sent him and hey, this is for you. If you like it, you can publish it or not. And Noah sent me back a reply, and he told me that, hey, I will send it to my team. So thank you very much. If they like it, they can publish it. Okay, great. And in 1 week, he published it on his Instagram, he promoted it on his Twitter, and he published it on his LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, I got like 5 DMs, five inbox messages from people like entrepreneurs, marketers. Hey, can you do that for me too for money? And I was like, no, it was just an experiment I wanted to do to Noah. And then I saw that, okay, when you do the things that nobody is willing to do, you will get, one, attention. Two, you will get people interested about your skills. And three, eventually you will get the money, or you will get the exposure, the connection, and whatever, just by doing the things that nobody is willing to do. And this is in advertising, this is in marketing, this is in social media, this is in whatever they want to do. Like, go to the extremes. Like, if you want to really get and achieve more, just go to the extremes. And not really go to the extremes. Like, I don't want people to get to know me like I'm with the hustle culture and everything, but I want to like go that extra mile. Just try to go that extra mile. And yeah, that was all.
Nice. Love it. Awesome. Valuable. I couldn't agree more. It's not like how much you can learn. It's more how you can practice what you've learned. So that's why I usually prefer to practice more than to learn more. I love learning. I love getting new ideas. But if you do nothing, you get nothing, and it's better to practice what you've learned, because we have the short memory. We can forget about new ideas fast. People usually forget for a few days. I can forget for a few hours. Just tell me. Because many things to do. But if you practice, if you craft your skills, and one more thing, what you can do, just share on social media. Yeah, when you share, you can remind. You can remember much better, memorize all these ideas, and help others to build your audience. Robert, it's a big pleasure to get on my show, to learn from you. I love this experience. So valuable. You're so kind to share all these valuable insights with my audience. I recommend to anyone to follow Robert on LinkedIn, on other social media. Tell the best way how to keep learning from you, how to reach out to you, how to follow you.
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter. I have robertkatai.com/newsletter. Check out my newsletter. I have a weekly newsletter. Like, I publish one visual and one thought, like, into 2 minutes, 2 minutes reading of my newsletter. And just follow me on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on newsletter, and I don't know. That was all.
Okay, guys, you can find the links in the description below. Listen us on Apple, Google, Spotify. Thanks again for your time. Love it. So valuable. You lead me into an emergency room where I need to spend time to consume all these ideas, to think how to adapt to my strategies. Guys, I recommend to anyone to follow Robert on Twitter, on LinkedIn, to read newsletter, because you can see a lot of value. Okay, love you. See you.
Thank you very much. Bye.